Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome again to another tutorial by De-Radiance Edway Academy. You're welcome to appreciate you for how far you have been following us, always desiring to watch our videos. Thank you so much, and I pray God will give us wisdom to be creative, because that is the key to be creative. Alright, so in this video what I will be showing you is how to make our sequence turban. It's going to have a knot at the front. I know some of you are familiar with this turban, but I'm going to show you the best way to make this turban. Alright, let me introduce the material we're going to be using. I will be needing this shiny crepe I bought. What if you want to make this turban, half yard is okay for you. In fact, you can get two turban, two cap for from the half yard. So same thing apply to this sequence. This is velvet sequence. They sell it 3,000 per yard. So you buy half yard. If from half yard you are going to get two of this from half yard. You also be needing your foam. This foam, you can buy the one that is thicker than this. I think you can see the width of this one. This is it's not that big, like half inch. So I also be needing my needle and thread. This turban requires sewing. We need sewing machine for this. All right, let me introduce them. Let me go straight to the point. Now for the turban, I've already cut it out, and just like I said, I'm using a shiny shiny poly to do this. You can make use of your raw silk. You can make use of dushes. You can make use of any material. That's much it goes with this color of the sequence. Oh, this thing has that this thing. Oh my goodness. All right, the length I cut out 26 inches for the air circumference side, and I use a stretchy part. While the width depends on how long or how big you want it to be. I'm using 14 inches. Is okay for me. It's not too small and it's not so big. So you can cut the band together with this the body, but I cut it separately, and I'm having 4.5 inches from here to here, 4.5 by 26 inches. So it's very simple to make. What I'm going to do is to fold the band into two. So this is the right side. So and the right side of the material is facing me. I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine and sew it straight. I'll sew it straight, like about half inch. I'll sew it straight. Now, after you have sewed the band to the body of the turban, get your thread and your temple. The circumference of the person is 22 for normal for adults. For normal hair, the size is 22 divided by 2. We're going to have 11 inches. So these 11 inches, I'm going to indicate the place, and I'll come from here. I will measure like 4 inches to this side. You measure 4 inches to this side, and it's from that 4 inches I'm going to sew. I'm going to sew like this. I don't want this check to destroy, to have a mark on my fabric too much. So I'll sew it like this, just the way we sew your turban, having like 3 to 4 inches here. So when you get here, just leave about 1 inch. Don't sew, just stop the sewing here. You will sew from here like this to this side. Now go ahead to trim out the excess. I'm very sorry if I always repeat how to make this turban. No, I'm not only teaching the beginner, but I'm very sorry for that. But there are some people that are just joining us, and they must know how to do this. I don't want a situation whereby people will be like, Radiance, please, I don't know how to make the turban. Try to send the video to us. I don't want that. Alright, so we do a running stitch from here to here. I'm going to set this aside, the turban, because I'm done with the bunny stitch. So for the velvet, I cut 8 inches for the width, and the length I cut 44 inches. If you are going to make 2 knots on your turban, you will need more than 44. So I have cut it and I just sew it straight. 4 inches for the width and the length is 44 inches. I'm going to turn it out now and insert our foam inside it. Now the measurement for the foam is 4 inches. The width is 4 inches by the same length with the sequence. I'm going to start it inside now. Just make sure where you sew on the sequence face you, like face up. I'm going to insert this into it. Just make sure you are patient while putting inside, and when you want to take it from the other end of the sequence, don't draw it too much so that the foam will not cut out. Yeah, after insert the foam inside it, so let where you sew be at the center. Now get the center of this sequence, and that is where you're going to, this is the center, that is where you are going to knot. But before I knot it, I'm going to put it inside the turban. Now from the small hole I left on top of this turban, I'm going to insert this and bring it out, draw it. Might not be easy, but try to pull it out. You pull out, you pull out. Very sorry, I made a mistake by telling you that your next stitch will end here. No, it's going to end here because of this hole we left, and we're going to pass our sequence to that place. So your body stitch will start from here and stop here where you start your cuff. So that is only place you're going to do the running stitch, and I'm going to insert this through that place. Now, so if you want to make your turban, you can make it. If you usually make big girl, you can, I mean big girl style, you can make it want to be 16 instead of the 14 inches I used. And you can also make it a pleated turban. Alright, after you have inserted it, just make sure it's equal and get the center. Where it's going to be is the center. Now, I'm going to just knot it the way, just knot it the way you can knot it. There's no a special way to do that. What you just need to do is that make sure where you sewed on your sequence is not showing outside. So adjust the knot very well and make sure the knot is at the center. Now make sure you also do this foam inside the sequence very well, because we're going to bring it like this. Take it from our sewing machine. Now cut out the excess here. So and I will not allow the foam to reach where I'm going to sew. I'll cut out the excess. The same apply to this. And while you are doing this, where you sewed on the sequence must not be showing outside. It must be inside. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it. I cut out the excess, and I'll trim out the foam so that it won't reach where I'm going to sew. Yeah, I've sewed the sequence to 8. You see? So what we're going to do now is to sew the head circumference side. So yeah, I lose the running stitch I did on the turban before, so that it will be very easy for me to sew. So just like I made 11 inches for the head circumference side, so I'm going to sew like this. I'll sew like this and come to this side. You can see I'll sew like this so that to have the back effect. I'll sew like this, come to this side and join where I stopped before. So I'm going to sew like that. And when I want to do my running stitch, I will start my running stitch from here to here, where the curve started. If your sewing machine was not able to go on it, just use your hand knit to do that. Now I'll start the running stitch and do it the way I just said it. Yeah. See how it is. Back. Oh, it's beautiful. If you don't want to use a velvet sequence, you can just use this normal sequence. So both of them are good. You can even use another material. It doesn't necessarily you use sequence if you can't afford it. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye.